Thank you, Yaakov. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be here representing the Genesis Prize Foundation at the 5th Annual Jerusalem Post Conference and to be part of such an outstanding program. The Genesis Prize honors individuals who have attained excellence in their professional field and inspire others through their dedication to the Jewish people, Jewish values, and the State of Israel. The $1 million award is endowed by the Genesis Prize Foundation and presented annually by the Prime Minister of Israel to a single individual. Unlike many other high-profile awards, the Genesis Prize does not end with a celebratory evening and the presentation of the award. Rather, with each laureate, it gives start to a series of high-impact targeted programs that serve to fulfill the Foundation's mission. On June 23rd, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will award the third Genesis Prize to musician, educator, and advocate for persons with disabilities, Itzhak Perlman. It's become a tradition for our laureates to direct their award funds towards causes they feel passionate about. Our first laureate, Michael Bloomberg, created the Genesis Prize Challenge to encourage social entrepreneurship, framed in the spirit of Tikkun Olam. The second laureate, Michael Douglas, recognized the importance of encouraging those who are intermarried to explore and connect with their Jewish roots. Intermarriage is a global reality of the Jewish people. Like it or not, we cannot ignore it. Michael understands the importance of encouraging a sense of inclusion amongst those who are more likely to feel they are outsiders. The Jewish Funders Network agreed to administer the Matching Grants program in honor of Michael's chosen theme, and with great success, as you'll hear in a minute. And we are also delighted to have philanthropist Roman Abramovich join this important initiative by contributing an additional $1 million, paving the way for other funders to join alongside the prize contribution. But there's no doubt that the most important success factor was having Michael Douglas as our laureate and our ambassador. Michael, your unmistakable presence, the power of your personal story, and your heartfelt engagement with Israel and the Jewish people around the globe made you the outstanding laureate that you've been this year. On behalf of Genesis Prize Foundation, I want to sincerely thank you for the inspiration you've given, particularly to young people around the world. You've set a very high bar for others to follow. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Andres Spokojny. I'm the president of the Jewish Funders Network. It's a great pleasure to be here. For those of you that don't know, the Jewish Funders Network is an organization that seeks to increase the breadth and the impact of Jewish philanthropy. We want more Jewish philanthropy. We want better Jewish philanthropy. And we do that by bringing funders together to collaborate and tackle together the big issues that are the big problems of Jewish life, both in the US and in Israel and all over the world. We believe that philanthropy is a tool to change the world, and we also believe that it can maximize its impact only when philanthropies work together. In other words, philanthropy needs vision and it needs collaboration. And that's why what the Genesis Prize and Michael Douglas did is so important, because Michael had the vision that the problem of interfaith, the problem of the exclusion of people from interfaith families in the Jewish world could be solved through a more welcoming, more inclusive community, through avenues for Jewish identity for these families. But he also chose a collaborative mechanism that is the matching grant to implement that vision. A mechanism that allows funders to come together and tackle those very difficult issues. Now, through the matching grant, around 90 projects from over 17 countries were presented. There were requests for around $10 million of funding, and that shows you that the vision that Michael Douglas had and the Genesis Prize Foundation's vehicled was really onto something. There was a whole energy in the community that needed a boost to get underway, and this project gave it to it. Now, interfaith marriages are a reality, and the question is not whether we can change that reality, but how we respond to that. Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there's a space. In that space is where we come up with a vision to tackle what the reality is. So I want to just close by telling you that the matching grant and this amazing project that brought so many people together around this issue is a beginning, is not an end. The idea was to kick off a process by which the community engages with this issue and finds solutions for literally millions of people that want to connect with their Judaism. So I want to thank you, Michael, for your vision, for your leadership, not just for giving, not just for contributing the prize money, but also your very person and your very activism to that, and for the Genesis and to the Genesis Pride Foundation for partnering up with us and making this great reality happen. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Today is a day of hope and possibility. Thanks to Michael Douglas, the Genesis Prize, and the Jewish Funders Network. Today, our Jewish community has taken a bold step to strengthen our Jewish future by becoming more welcoming of interfaith families. The Union for Reform Judaism is honored to be one of the organizations selected to help reshape all facets of our Jewish community by opening the many locked doors that still keep too many outside of Jewish life. At the URJ, we call this work audacious hospitality. It's about embracing our diversity so that more people have more opportunities to fall in love with Judaism. In doing this holy work, we aren't erasing boundaries, we're removing barriers. We're not diluting Judaism, we're sharing it. Back in the late 1970s, Rabbi Alexander Schindler, my visionary predecessor, created outreach to interfaith families, and in so doing, he changed the trajectory of Jewish history. This past fall, Len Sachs of Brandeis University released new research that proves that interfaith outreach works. His study proves that when we welcome millennial children of interfaith families into our communities, they fall in love with the beauty, the depth, and the power of Judaism. Our initiative, called the Juvenation Fellowship, will be an innovative year-long project incubator and leadership development program supporting emerging Jewish leaders and creative interfaith outreach initiatives. Our Juvenation Fellows will develop organic, programmatic projects that are co-constructed by the population we seek to serve, intermarried couples and young adults from intermarried families. We will incubate the best and the brightest leadership talent to meaningfully engage thousands of their peers. Members of our URJ leadership, including April Baskin, Vice President of Audacious Hospitality, teach us that coming from intermarried families and being deeply engaged in Jewish life are not mutually exclusive. The URJ is proud to stand for a Judaism that is inclusive, open, serious, and nourishing, whose diversity strengthens Jewish life. We are all indebted to Michael Douglas for bringing so many to embrace this crucial work. 6 months ago at our URJ Biennial in Orlando, Michael movingly told our 5,000 delegates his personal story that continues to inspire. He said, when we all embrace the teachings and values of Judaism, there should be no judgments. There should always be a welcoming feeling, an immediate feeling of being part of a family. I'll conclude with words spoken in Pirkei Avot, sayings of the sages, where Rabbi Hillel already laid out the strategy employed in this incredible initiative. Ohev et habriot, umekorvan laTorah, love all people and bring them close to Torah. The text doesn't say love only Jews and bring them close to Torah, but rather love all people and bring them all close to Torah. Thanks to the Genesis Prize, to Michael Douglas and the Jewish Funders Network, the collective impact of all 28 projects announced today can be profound as together we resculpt our Jewish community for the better. Toda rabah. Thank you.